Hey, what's up? Biz out here for Retro Wrestling Night, and tonight I'm going to be bringing you my review and the results of WWE's latest pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. This show, Money in the Bank, has rapidly become one of WWE's best pay-per-views. It's always a really good event, and the lead up to this Money in the Bank has been particularly good, especially the CM Punk John Cena angle. The lead up to it. The lead up to that championship match has just been spectacular. Punk has proven that maybe he is the savior. Perhaps he truly is at least wrestling's savior. But anyway, without further ado, only 6 matches to talk about. I'm going to kind of talk about them relatively briefly. Match number 1, the SmackDown Money in the Bank match. You had Sheamus. You had Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, Daniel Bryan. You had Sin Cara. You had, oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. The former leader of the Nexus, now the former leader of the Core. But how I always gauge these Money in the Bank matches is whoever wins Money in the Bank is going to be the champion eventually. I mean, that's how it's gone. So I mean, you can look at some of the guys in that and kind of immediately eliminate them. Sin Cara, not going to happen. Jack Swagger, he's a long shot, but very doubtful. Really, I thought it came down to 2 people, and that was Sheamus. And my God, I can't believe I've forgotten his name. Oh my God. I'm having such a moment here. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm totally going blank on his name. The former leader of the Core. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Anyway, I was picking Sheamus in this match. I thought this Sheamus, I thought it would lead off into a Sheamus, Randy Orton feud that would eventually lead to them, squaring off for the championship. It didn't go that way. It was an out of left field kind of thing. It was a really good match. I thought bodies everywhere. Sin Cara got taken out on a stretcher after he got powerbombed on a ladder by Sheamus, which looked really, really bad. Daniel Bryan Danielson took the Money in the Bank. So congratulations to him. Apparently he's going to be champion sooner or later. He's either going to be champion or he's going to be the guy who, the one guy that they can say, well, everybody who's won the Money in the Bank has been champion eventually, except Daniel Bryan. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over on SmackDown, but well, actually, I think it kind of makes sense in a way as we progress onward, considering what happened later on tonight. Match number 2, the Divas Championship, Kelly versus Brie Bella. The best thing I can say about it was it didn't last very long. Kelly retained the championship belt. We'll move on. Match number 3 was Mark Henry versus The Big Show. A win for either one of these guys is really not going to do anything for them in the long term. The Big Show's over already. They're trying to put Mark Henry over. They tried putting him over as a face. They tried putting him over as a heel. Now they're trying to put him over as a super heel, a giant killer, just a all-around, badass kind of guy. Mark Henry won the match. I think he actually really hurt the Big Show at the end of the match. I mean, Randy Orton mentioned in an interview that Mark Henry was somebody that he did not want to be in the ring with because of fear of being hurt while in the ring with him. It was weird. He put after the match was over, after he'd already won, he put the Big Show's leg in a chair and he got up on the top rope and bounced off. And I guess he was supposed to do a splash onto that chair where the Big Show's leg was in, but instead he came down on his knees with like all of his weight on his knees on the chair with the Big Show's leg in it, and it looked really painful. And some of the Big Show's reaction I thought was actually real. And there was one point where they were getting him out of the ring, and you could hear him whisper. He goes, "Seriously, I think you broke my foot." I was like, "Oh my God!" But really nothing to talk about there. Match number 4 was the Raw Money in the Bank. Alberto Del Rio, The Miz, Alex Riley, Rey Mysterio, a bunch of people in that one. Really, really, really good match. Bodies everywhere, people flying in and out of the ring. The Miz got hurt at one point. He was at the top of the ladder, and he was holding on to the Money in the Bank. The ladder got knocked out from under him. He fell to the mat and started, holding his leg and rolled out of the ring, and was freaking out about his knee. He was taken backstage. The match progressed. It got to the point where there were like 4 or 5 ladders in the center of the ring, and everybody was at the very top of the ladder. And everybody fell off the ladder, and here out hobbles The Miz to the ring, which I thought was hilarious. He climbed up to the top of the ladder. Didn't work out for him, unfortunately. Alberto Del Rio takes the Money in the Bank. That was my pick, and Alberto Del Rio has the contract, so looking for him to be the champion relatively soon. Match number 5 was Christian versus Orton. This was the match where, Christian got all litigious with it, and not that they've had some really good matches. Christian and Orton have had a lot of really good matches together since this feud started. This one was an okay match that had a really good ending. Christian spit in Randy Orton's face. Randy Orton flipped out, gave him a low blow. The match was called disqualification. Christian wins the belt. Orton freaks out, does his, I'm hearing voices in my head thing, and RKO's Christian twice on the announcer's table, which was kind of funny. But yeah, Christian, new champion. And match number 6, the match of the night, Cena versus Punk. What a great lead up to this match. I mean, as I was saying before, Punk has just, for me, he's made wrestling fun again. He's made wrestling interesting again. He's harkened back to, really, I mean, when I was a kid watching wrestling, and, just how I felt about it back then, how much fun it was, what a soap opera for men that it really was. And it's just a testament to what a great wrestler he is, what a great mic guy is, what a great character he is. He's got it all, man. He's a total package. The match was awesome. I can't believe I'm saying that this was an awesome match, considering that it had John Cena in it. It was pretty much back and forth and back and forth. It was one of those where I hit you with my finisher and you jump out, kick you out. I hit you with the other guy's finisher. You kick out. It was just one of those slobber knockers, as JR would say. Finally, toward the end, Vince McMahon and some crony who was supposed to be head of employee relations or something, I can't even remember, came down to the ring while Cena had Punk in his I'm drawing a blank here tonight for some reason. I just watched this stuff and oh my God, what, people's names and their moves, I'm totally drawing a blank. But Cena had Punk in his submission lock, and Vince sent that guy down to the ring to ring the bell, to do like a screw job kind of angle. And this was like literally the 5th time in the match that Cena had Punk in his, whatever it's, God, what is it? Oh my God, I'm just drawing such a blank here. His submission move, whatever. And Cena jumps out of the ring, knocks this dude out, goes over to McMahon and says, "This is going to be a fair fight, blah, blah, blah." He jumps back in the ring. Punk grabs him, go to sleep. Punk wins the match. Oh my God. I was totally invested in this match. I loved this match. This was the first wrestling match I've seen in a long time that I was this invested in, to the point where at one point Punk had Cena up in the GTS, and I literally yelled, "Go to sleep, you SOB!" And to Cena. And anyway, the match is over. McMahon, gets on the mic and yells out, Del Rio, come down now, come down now. You're going to cash it in now. Del Rio comes down to the ring, jumps in the ring. Punk kicks him in the head, knocks him out. Punk leaves. The champion. Vince is just standing there, his mouth open. I mean, the ovation that Punk got on his way to the ring and inside the ring. Literally, it was 5 minutes of just like a standing ovation for Punk. Just a wall of sound. It was really impressive. And the boos, the hisses, the hatred for Cena when he came out. Oh my God, it was beautiful. I was loving it. I was loving it. So can't wait to see where this goes tomorrow with Raw. I'm assuming John Cena is going to get fired. Don't know what's going to happen with Punk. It's time for Cena to take some time off. I will give Cena this. Cena's been the workhorse of the WWE for so long. I mean, I don't remember a Raw that he's not been involved in. I don't remember a pay-per-view he's not been involved in. Everybody takes breaks. Everybody for, a little while they'll disappear, yada, yada, yada. And then they come back and they get worked back into the storyline somehow, some way or the other. Let Cena take a break. Let us take a break from Cena. And, but yeah, one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in forever. The best WWE pay-per-view I've seen in a very, very, very long time. Highly, highly good stuff. Definitely worth the price of admission. A ton of fun. Definitely Money in the Bank is becoming, I think, top tier, top 2, maybe top 3 pay-per-view for the WWE. Definitely. And some interesting stuff happened tonight. Some funny stuff. Some wild stuff. Some out of left field stuff. But WWE didn't botch it. WWE didn't ruin it with the usual kind of lameness, which I was expecting. I was expecting, that Cena Punk match to have one of those abrupt Cena endings, and I was just praying that didn't happen, that WWE didn't ruin it, or wouldn't ruin it, and they didn't. They've left the door open for some pretty interesting storylines going forward. I'm really looking forward to see where it goes from here, but to wrap things up, great pay-per-view, Money in the Bank, good stuff, great matches. Yeah, 2 new champions. Money in the Bank briefcase holders, Alberto Del Rio and Bryan Danielson. So yeah, good stuff. All right, until next time, you guys take it easy and peace.